3, 2, 1.
It's the Puff and Steph podcast.
We did it, friends. It is Friday, and we are here to hang out with you. Hey there, Steph. What's going on?
Hi.
You excited for the weekend?
I am excited. I need to sleep. I need to sleep in.
Been a rough week?
Yeah, I just, the weeks, it's just so busy. And then by the weekend, I just feel like I'm, deliriously tired at a certain point.
Right.
So sleeping in is, the highlight of the week.
What's your sleep at, do you want to mention how late you sleep in? Or you want to
I
keep that a
will,
secret?
but I will request no judgment.
All right.
This is only, 1 day a week, though.
Okay.
I mean, I easily will sleep till 10:30, 11 o'clock.
That's
easily.
not that bad.
It's not.
That's not that. Wow, I was about to say, when I was your age.
Oh, no.
Now, mind you, my schedule was a little bit different, right? So we would do the morning show, or I would do the morning show and wake up at, 4 a.m. and go to work and do the show and stuff. And then the weekends, I would be DJing in clubs and bars until 2. Wouldn't get home, depending on what I did after, wouldn't get home until 3 or 4, sometimes later. And so it'd be nothing for me to sleep past noon.
Oh, I bet.
On the weekends. It was weird. My schedule was so different from the weekends and the weekdays.
Right, and they say you're supposed to keep it pretty consistent, but that's just ridiculous. When we worked at the radio station, I'm not getting up at 4 a.m. on a Saturday.
No,
what
you're not.
would I even do? I would just walk downstairs, sit down on the couch, and take a nap.
Well, now that we have the puppy, my
Yes.
schedule has been, because the puppy's schedule is super, he is keeping, he is on point. He's up every day by 7:30. Every day. So whether or not I want to be up at that time, it does not matter, because
Right.
I'm the one that gets up with the puppy in the morning.
It's like having a baby.
It is. The difference is, though, is that if I'm busy, I can put the puppy in his crate. They frown upon that when you have a baby.
True, there's a little difference there.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. But, so right now, I'm pretty much good throughout the whole week. I wake up between around 6:30, 7:15, somewhere in there, that 45-minute window. That's when I'm up every day. Monday.
Even on the weekends?
Monday through Sunday.
Why? Put him out and then go back to
The
bed.
dog doesn't have it. I'm going to let Dad sleep.
But put him out and go back to bed.
What do you mean put him out?
Isn't that why he's waking you up? He has to go outside?
Yeah, but then he's up.
Oh.
Oh, no. Yeah.
See, every time we've had puppies, we just, go back to bed, and, they get used to it, and they adapt.
Yeah, maybe I should.
You should try. Because I think a lot of people with dogs have that schedule, but, I've had dogs my whole life, and none of them have ever woken us up, because they've just, they're okay, these people sleep in, so then they do.
Yeah.
You should give it a try.
He just wants to play. Today's show brought to you by Freisinger Hyundai, right on the price, right on the Pike. We're in the American Shaman of PA studio. American Shaman of PA, celebrating spring. Save up to 30% off any purchase of a $99 or more. See store for details. American Shaman of PA, celebrating spring, saving you some money. Life as we know it, at least for the next few years, has changed. Everyone knows this.
Years?
Yeah, things are going to be odd for years. Now, it's not going to be as crazy strict.
I hope not.
But, this COVID thing is going to be something that hangs over our head for a while. Case in point, California Amusement Park Association, an industry trade group representing Disneyland, Six Flags, Magic Mountain, and Universal Studios Hollywood, among others, is advising its members' parks to make adjustments on their rides when the parks are allowed to reopen. Their
parks are closed?
In California, yes.
That's insane.
April 1st, they're reopening. One suggestion, now it's a suggestion, but I think that you never know what they're going to do, is to adjust the seat loading patterns, spacing people out on the ride. Okay, I understand those. But this one, saying having guests wear masks and find ways to mitigate the shouting and screaming. Basically, they're telling you, come to our parks, pay the entrance fee, eat the food that's way overpriced, keep your mask on, ride our rides, we'll space you out. Don't scream with excitement on our roller coasters, though.
Don't have any fun. Be
No
quiet.
fun.
Silent.
No fun.
Silent roller coasters. No. That's not even something, I feel like that's not even something people can control. That's just something you do when you're on a roller coaster.
Could you imagine how weird it would be? Because I'm not a big screamer on roller coasters. I do enjoy them. I'll laugh sometimes.
I giggle. Yeah, I just laugh.
But I'm not like, but I would think it would be weird to ride an entire roller coaster in silence.
Right, you're just like sitting like that the whole time. Like that's not even fun.
Hey Steph, what'd you think of the ride? It was great. It was probably my favorite roller coaster of all time.
So much fun.
Okay, what do you want to do next? Do you maybe want to get something to eat? Like,
it just doesn't feel
is
the
that
same.
how you're supposed to be? Especially, I'm thinking of Disneyland. It's supposed to be like, people spend their whole lives trying to get to Disneyland, trying to get to Disney World, trying to experience that they've only seen in their mind. You know what I mean? And now they get there, and Disneyland's like, "No, welcome to Disneyland. Don't have any fun.
Be silent the whole time,
or have fun. Just don't show that you're having fun."
Right.
We also really, really, really frown upon smiles.
Do not smile.
Yeah, because somehow smile creates spittles and.
It could when you open your mouth to smile.
Yeah. Or if you smile, maybe maybe scream, but don't open your mouth. So it's going to sound like everyone at Disneyland's been kidnapped.
Pretty much, yeah.
With tape over their mouth. Andrus Flatten used to work at this luxury auto works in Georgia. He gave his boss 2 weeks' notice in writing back in November. Then he said his boss, the owner of the business, had a noticeable negative reaction. This guy, who said he left the job due to toxic work environment, said he was still owed $915. When a check had not arrived by January, he called his ex-boss, who started accusing him of damages. It wasn't long after that when money showed up as 500 pounds of oil-covered pennies that were dumped in or on his driveway in the middle of the night.
What?
That's how his ex-employer paid him. Didn't even pay him what was owed to him. He paid him half, because he owed, or just above half of what was actually owed to him, and he paid him in pennies. Now we've heard of these stories where people will pay like parking tickets and pennies and things like that.
I did that one time.
I was about to say, by the way, don't do that.
Oh.
Why did you do that?
Wait, why are you not supposed to?
Do you think that, no, let's have a serious conversation about this. Do you think, now I'm sorry, I might make you feel a little bad. Do you think those people who at the counter are the ones who gave you the ticket, or the ones harassing you to pay the ticket?
Okay.
No, answer my question.
No, you're right, they're not. But here's what happened.
And who has to count them?
Those people, you're right.
So
I was also 19, 18 in college, and I didn't really care or
so
think
you
about
just
it.
created a victim of your, I don't even know, immaturity.
I was 18, so yeah, we'll go with immaturity.
Okay.
No, I literally parked my car on a campus that I was paying like $45,000 a year to go to, by the way.
Okay, so this was up in Juniata.
It was at Juniata College. Parked my car, ran inside because my friend was sick, took her medicine, and ran right back out to my car, and there was a ticket on it.
So this was from campus police?
Yes. I couldn't have been gone more than 2.5 minutes, I swear on my life. I was furious.
How much was the ticket?
$50.
So you
I
gathered.
didn't have any money.
So you gathered $50 in pennies.
Yeah, well, it was just change in general, but like everybody pitched in, like everybody in my dorm, like a bunch of my friends, like because it happened a lot, so everybody got their change together. I wasn't the only one that did it. People did it all the time.
Wow.
Not saying that's okay, but
Now, as a more mature person, do you see the problem with paying that?
yeah, definitely, I wouldn't do it again. I was young and dumb.
Just like, I just want to do this, so I tell everybody I did it.
I thought it was funny.
Well, anyway, the guy shoveled up the pennies into a wheelbarrow and is currently storing them in his garage while he works on cleaning the oil off of them so they can be cashed in. So this guy used to work at an auto body shop. His ex-boss dipped $500 worth of pennies in oil, or poured oil all over all of them, mixed them up, and then in the middle of the night dumped them in his driveway. That's a lot of pennies.
Yeah, and that's a lot of work for him. Why does he hate this guy?
Reasons, I don't know.
I really want to know.
But do you believe him now when he said that he left because of a toxic work environment?
Yeah.
That's how you say bye to your employees? What about the ones you like? What about the ones that are still there? Poor people. And Steph, I'm not mad, but I am disappointed in you a little bit.
Uh-oh.
A little bit.
What did I do?
Just what we talked about with the penny thing.
Oh.
I'm a little disappointed.
I'm sorry, Mom.
I'm a little disappointed in young Steph. A little bit. A little bit.
Just baby Steph.
Yeah,
She's grown up a lot, you know.
Coming up in a couple minutes, we need to hear more stories about this. This is a good one.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.
Freisinger Hyundai, a refreshingly different car buying experience. Freisinger Hyundai dedicates itself to customer satisfaction. From the initial sale to the maintenance you'll need during the life of the vehicle, Freisinger Hyundai treats you like family. Check out their large selection of both the latest Hyundai lineup to certified pre-owned and used vehicles. Come see how Freisinger Hyundai drives the difference and tailors the purchase process to your needs. Right on the price, right on the pike. Freisinger Hyundai, 6115 Carlisle Pike, Mechanicsburg, 717-766-8422. During this time, many are out of work and struggling just to get by. It's good to know that your friends at Capital City Buy and Sell in Harrisburg have your back. If you're in need of extra help during the pandemic, you can pawn or sell unwanted or unneeded items that you may have laying around your house, including jewelry, electronics, tools, musical instruments, and a whole lot more. Capital City Buy and Sell is open 7 days a week, and they're always paying cash. Plus, they have low pawn interest and terms if you aren't quite ready to say goodbye to your item just yet. Capital City Buy and Sell, 3517 Walnut Street, Harrisburg. Online at harrisburgpapawn.com. Great news, everyone! American Shaman of PA's doors are back open for normal operations, and they're ready to bring you the much-needed relief that you've been waiting for. They care about their customers, and their customers keep coming back for more. Steve K says, American Shaman products drastically decrease my back pain and relieve my stress in just 1 month. Thank you. Stop by your local American Shaman of PA store for a free CBD sparkling water and free samples. Find their locations and more at hempushealth.com.
Do you love saving money but hate buying one of those coupon books filled with places you'll never go to? Well, here comes Quick Save Coupons to save the day. Quick Save Coupons is an app where you can find savings for restaurants, stores, and experiences that you will love. And here's the best part. It's free. No big coupon books to buy, no websites to give your information to. Quick Save Coupons will show you all of the savings in your area right on your phone. Just go to Google Play or the App Store and download the Quick Save Coupons app. Then start saving money on many of the places you already go to.
Now back to the Puff and Steph Podcast.
We need more stories like this. I mean, you and I, we talk about, negative stories all the time, right? We talk about, oh, this bad thing happened to this person, or this, terrible thing happened to this person, or this guy did this awful crime or whatever. We need to hear more stories about this, and I promise when I do, I'll talk about them. Florida Keys Restaurant. Last Tuesday, there was a woman who ate breakfast and then left a $10,000 tip on top of her $193 bill. I don't know what she ate to make it $193, but she paid $10,193.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was at Castaway Waterfront Restaurant Sushi Bar in Florida. The woman came in with a big party on a busy morning. She chatted with the group and found out the lady was from Oklahoma. A bit later, the woman asked the waitress how many people were working in the restaurant, in the kitchen. She said there were 13 other employees. When they went to ring up the credit card slip, they saw the woman had left a $10,000 tip. She is going to split it with all the other workers.
Yes, it sounds like that's what the woman was trying to do.
Yeah, trying to figure out.
Oh, God bless.
So I wonder if people are going to be doing this with their stimulus.
That's what I was just going to say.
Big stimmy tips.
I've been feeling really good lately because I got paid and my stimulus check in the same week.
And didn't you get a tax return too?
And I'm getting a tax return. So I've been feeling really good. And I went to Bonefish on last week, Friday night, and I left what I thought was a nice tip, but now I don't feel so great about it because it wasn't $10,000. It was $16, but my bill wasn't very high, so I felt good about it.
Hey, you did just fine. You did just fine.
It wasn't $10,000.
Right, but do you have $10,000 to leave that tip?
No.
And, I mean, if you're anything like me, if you have $10,000, that's all you have?
Yeah, that's...
Yep. So it's I'm going to give you all of my money and make myself homeless.
Yeah,
so
no.
hopefully I'll make the news. No, it's not worth it. But yeah, I think if you're this time of year, if you're a waiter or waitress, you work in restaurants, anything that involves tips, maybe I'm incorrect, but perhaps you would expect a little bit more this time of year because tax return, maybe people feeling a little generous. Plus the STEMI checks, which by the way, I hate saying STEMI checks, but everyone calls them that, so I'm jumping on board.
I think a lot of people also tip better because they feel bad about the limited capacity.
Right.
Because they're making less money.
Perhaps. This is in Florida, though, so it's wide open. So I don't think this is this Oklahoma woman. She just had money to burn.
Wow, that's awesome. Good for her.
Yep, very good for her. Do you remember anything crazy when you were working as a waitress? Do you remember any crazy tips you got? Did you ever get anything really big?
I got $100 a couple times.
Nice.
But I think that was probably the most. And that, I mean, I think I almost cried the one time. I mean, college Steph couldn't fathom $100. I was like, what do I do with it?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a crazy good tip.
It is a crazy good tip. You're lucky they didn't pay in pennies, though.
No, luckily not oil-covered pennies.
Yeah. A 29-year-old upstate New York man was arrested 3 times in a single day. Robert Raddick was pulled over in Newburgh at 7:55 in the morning in his 1994 Jeep Cherokee for a traffic violation. Trooper found he was driving with a suspended license and was allegedly in possession of crack. He was charged with criminal possession, controlled substance, released without bail, pending a return court appearance on April 19th. Then, just a few hours later, at 2:30 in the afternoon, the same trooper pulled him over again. This time, he was driving a 2007 Honda Civic for another traffic infraction. This time, he was allegedly found in possession of more than 1 gram of heroin and an amount of crack cocaine and was busted again. They charged him again for criminal possession and controlled substance, released without bail again, scheduled to return when? April 19th, same as the first time. Okay? 3 hours later, he was back behind the wheel of the first car, the Jeep Cherokee, when he was pulled over yet again, this time for multiple traffic violations. The trooper determined that he was allegedly under the influence of drugs. He was charged with driving while impaired. He was released without bail a third time in order to return to court April 20th.
How many times can you be released without bail?
I don't know.
Wow, that's got to be some kind of record, huh? Congrats, man.
Like, we're talking about him. At what point, like, if you were the same trooper, maybe, you bring him in and you go, listen, maybe we shouldn't let him out. This is the second time today.
Right.
They're like, shut up, cop. You don't know what you're talking about.
Let him go.
I mean, because here's the thing. Like, this is kind of a funny story, and I hope this dude gets the help he needs, but at the third time, he was under the impairment of drugs while driving. He could have killed someone.
Right.
So imagine they let him out once. They let him out twice. And at the third time, or third chance, he kills someone. That would absolutely go back to the cops that let him out.
Right. Why do they keep letting him out?
I don't know, but he was let out again after the third time.
After the third time? Okay. That's bad.
A little bit. He's got a problem. I hope he fixes it. This was going to be a stump Steph, but I found it interesting. So I wanted to get your take on it. The question would have been 40% of guys surveyed said once they got comfortable in a relationship, they stopped doing this. And it was the guys wouldn't put the toilet seat down anymore.
Right. They get just too comfortable.
And I'm like, I wanted to talk to you about this because in your relationship or in your experience with guys, was this ever a thing? Did you ever, this has been a long running joke about men for years, and I just don't understand it. Is this really something men do that women find so crazy that it has to be like stand-up comedy routines?
I definitely think it's something that men do because they just don't think about it. But to me, it's not that big of a deal. I just boop, down. Right. And then I move on.
It's not hard.
Yeah.
Now, I know that women are like, well, you've never tried to go to the bathroom late at night and fell into the toilet.
That's bad.
And I understand that. But if you have a guy in your life who habitually leaves his seat up and, just make sure that it's down. How hard is that? As a man who doesn't have to sit down to use the bathroom, I double check to make sure the lid's not down.
Right.
Right? And if the lid's down, I'm not yelling at my wife, I can't believe you left the lid down. Some comedy guys on stage, hey guys, you ever notice how women always, put the seat down, put the lid down, and we have to lift the lid? That's crazy, right? Difference between men and women. What? Am I right? That's not a thing. But it's a thing because men don't put it down. And here's full disclosure, I don't have this problem. I don't. I put the seat down every time. I always have. Right. It's just something I do.
Well, okay, here's what I will say is that I think early on in a relationship, if you're at your boyfriend's house or you just started dating, whatever, maybe you're not even in a relationship yet, I think the effort needs to be made for several months. Like, you need to at least make the effort to put it down. I mean, you forget sometimes, but if it's like your first time there and he's like leaving the lid up all the time, I think that girls maybe just think like it's careless. Like, don't you want to impress me? You know, type thing.
Again, I don't have that problem, so I don't know what the big deal is about putting it down. But also, I don't see what the big deal is about complaining about it.
Right.
That's my whole take on it. It's like, this is really, like, guys, just put it down. Girls, if he doesn't, it's not the end of the world. If you fall in, I'm sorry to say this, that's your fault.
Right.
Sorry. If like, just double check that the seat's down before you sit. Like, it's not that hard. Just as it's not hard for a guy to put it down.
Right, it goes both ways.
It absolutely does. So I'm not blaming either one, but I am saying some people blow this out of proportion to the fact that this has been a comedy routine for years.
Right. I mean, I imagine that in the long run, you're with somebody, living with them, married, whatever. I would imagine that you just get used to looking for he left the seat up again. It probably gets to be very common. Mm-hmm. But I do think it's nice if they make that effort in the beginning. Kind of like how you go to a guy's place and it's clean. Like, you make that effort in the beginning and then you can be your normal self later on.
Yeah, I make a woman fall in love with me before she realizes I'm a slob.
Exactly.
100%.
That's the trick.
Yeah. Coming up in just a couple of minutes, are you still suffering?
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.
Freisinger Hyundai, a refreshingly different car buying experience. Freisinger Hyundai dedicates itself to customer satisfaction. From the initial sale to the maintenance you'll need during the life of the vehicle, Freisinger Hyundai treats you like family. Check out their large selection of both the latest Hyundai lineup to certified pre-owned and used vehicles. Come see how Freisinger Hyundai drives the difference and tailors the purchase process to your needs. Right on the price, right on the pike. Freisinger Hyundai, 6115 Carlisle Pike, Mechanicsburg, 717-766-8422. During this time, many are out of work and struggling just to get by. It's good to know that your friends at Capital City Buy and Sell in Harrisburg have your back. If you're in need of extra help during the pandemic, you can pawn or sell unwanted or unneeded items that you may have laying around your house, including jewelry, electronics, tools, musical instruments, and a whole lot more. Capital City Buy and Sell is open 7 days a week, and they're always paying cash. Plus, they have low pawn interest and terms if you aren't quite ready to say goodbye to your item just yet. Capital City Buy and Sell, 3517 Walnut Street, Harrisburg. Online at harrisburgpapawn.com. Great news, everyone! American Shaman of PA's doors are back open for normal operations, and they're ready to bring you the much-needed relief that you've been waiting for. They care about their customers, and their customers keep coming back for more. Steve K says, American Shaman products drastically decrease my back pain and relieve my stress in just 1 month. Thank you. Stop by your local American Shaman of PA store for a free CBD sparkling water and free samples. Find their locations and more at hempushealth.com.
Do you love saving money but hate buying one of those coupon books filled with places you'll never go to? Well, here comes Quick Save Coupons to save the day. Quick Save Coupons is an app where you can find savings for restaurants, stores, and experiences that you will love. And here's the best part. It's free. No big coupon books to buy, no websites to give your information to. Quick Save Coupons will show you all of the savings in your area right on your phone. Just go to Google Play or the App Store and download the Quick Save Coupons app. Then start saving money on many of the places you already go to.
Now back to the Puff and Steph Podcast.
So daylight saving time was 2 weekends ago, and there are studies out there that say you could still be suffering. Scientists say it could take some of us up to 2 weeks to recover from the effects of a 1 hour clock.
Really?
Who was it? It was Sammy. Sammy was telling me one time it usually takes her a few days.
Like, she feels tired?
Yeah, things seem off.
I'm always tired. I'm not kidding. Like, I don't think I'm ever like, I'm not even tired. So I don't think I notice it, really.
And if you were not even tired, would you do that motion with your hand too? Like, I'm not even tired.
Well, I don't know. It just cracks me up that people like wake up in the morning and feel energized and like jump out of bed. Like, I've never felt that. Not since I was like 12.
So daylight saving time doesn't affect you?
I don't think so. I mean,
Because
it's
we're getting
only
on.
an
It was
hour.
just about 2 weeks ago. So
right.
So yeah, I've always felt the same way. It's only an hour.
Yeah.
And if first you go down and like your oven light or your oven clock is wrong and your microwave clock is wrong, almost everything else in your house, minus like any analog clock, fixes itself.
Right. Right.
And so it's really not that big of a deal. You look at your phone. I remember because we jumped ahead an hour. So we were just talking about the dog and how he's on his own internal clock. He started barking. I was like, all right, dude, you slept. I said, you held it for an extra hour before you woke up. Awesome. He didn't. That was his normal time. It would just sprung forward.
Oh, right.
So like if normally he's barking at 7, he started barking at 8. And I was like, all right, buddy, we're getting better. Nope.
Nah,
His internal
false
clock,
alarm.
his internal clock was 7.
Right.
Dog doesn't do the whole daylight saving. So you don't. Does it affect you at all?
I don't think so. I mean, to me, that could happen any weekend. Maybe you're like, I want to go to bed tonight at 11, and then you end up hanging out with friends and staying up till midnight, and you know what I mean? Like,
Crazy. You're crazy doing that.
wild. So I know. I don't know. To me, I just feel like that could happen at any point. You stay up a little bit later than you normally would. But I know it does mess with. Some people have very like strict biological clocks. Like you used to work with a guy who just woke up at the time he needed to for work. He didn't even set an alarm. Some people are wired that way.
There was a guy in our meeting at my job. It was the Thursday after, so last Thursday. And they're like, how you doing? He goes, man, I'm still screwed up from the time change. And I'm like sat across from him like, really? It's an hour. Like, really? But apparently there's people who suffer up to 2 weeks.
Wow.
For their body to adjust. All right, enough of that. Pet insurance company has compiled a list of the top 10 puppy names of 2021.
Aww.
So let's do this. They analyzed their database of more than 600,000 insured pets to come up with the top 10 baby names registered over the past 12 months. I need your honest. All right, don't think of the dogs, think of the names. Okay, so if you have a dog in your life that is one of these, don't think about that dog. Just think about the name. I want your honest opinion of these dog names.
Okay.
Okay? Again, they're just names. Don't attach dogs to them. Luna.
I like that name.
Charlie.
So cute. So cute.
All right, I see where this is going. Cooper.
Yes, 100%.
Bella.
I don't love Bella. I think it's a pretty name, but I don't love it for a dog.
Milo.
Yes, cute.
Lucy.
It is a kind of a cute dog name, I guess.
Bailey.
Yes, that's on my list of future dog names.
Wait. You pointed to your phone and said list of future dog names.
I have a running list. When I think of a name, I put it on the list just in case.
Hold on. What about Daisy?
Yeah, I like Daisy.
Coco.
Yes.
Max. That's
Max.
boring.
Max is very
Okay.
common, yeah.
Get your list out.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so
I had to get through that so we could get... Just so everyone knows, Steph and I really don't talk about what we're going to talk about before we do the show.
no, we really don't.
I had no idea, although it doesn't surprise me at all that this list exists. She has a running list of future dog names.
Just in case, because we have Miley and Zoe, and I fully intend on keeping the IEEY theme going. So, we have Bailey, first on the list, followed by Kenzie, Paisley, Nellie, Ellie, Lainey, Hallie.
Lainey?
Lainey.
That's my niece's name.
Yeah. It's one of my Field girls' names, too. I know she'd be honored. Hallie, Demi, Taffy, Molly, Chessie.
Chessie?
Yeah, from the Parent Trap. It's their housekeeper's name, and I just thought it was really different and cute. Taffy, I also think that's really unique and cute.
Taffy should be the next dog name.
You like it?
Do Taffy.
Do you like any of the others?
Taffy.
Taffy. What about Nellie? Isn't that kind of cute?
Yeah.
Okay, you
Been
don't
done.
seem impressed.
Been done.
Kenzie, I think Kenzie.
Kenzie sounds like a little girl's name right
a
now.
human. Yeah.
Yeah,
true.
this is like a trendy girl name.
Right.
Like, oh my God, how are there 9 Kenzies in your grade?
It's so
Are
true.
you kidding me? Why is everyone naming their kid Kenzie? I thought I was being cool and unique. Hi, I'm Kenzie B. That's Kenzie C. Over there is Kenzie M.
And that is true. It's very human.
That's what I think of when I think of Kenzie. Taffy works for me. All right, let's stump Steph. According to research, the average woman waits 4 weeks before showing her new boyfriend this. The average woman waits 4 weeks before showing her new boyfriend this.
What she looks like without makeup on.
Oh my God!
Woo!
Wow!
Is it really?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about that. Why?
I think you're like nervous about if he's not going to think you're attractive.
Now, the question's a little weird to me because it's not someone you're talking to. It states your boyfriend.
Right.
So I'm assuming that although 4 weeks, a month, it's not a month since your first date.
4 weeks since he's your boyfriend.
Yeah,
so it's probably been a couple months.
Possibly.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, it's hard because you, like, when you go out with somebody and you're going on first, second, third date, you try to look so nice and you put makeup on and do your hair.
Yeah.
So it is, like, it's nerve-wracking to think, like, oh, he's going to see me looking completely, like, normal and natural, and what if it scares him away?
Well, you don't wear a lot of makeup to begin with.
No.
So for you, I wouldn't worry about that too much.
Well, you know what? When he stops putting the toilet seat down, then you can stop wearing makeup.
All right, let's move on. 46. Whoa, where's my head? 46% of people in the dating world say they would end a relationship over this. And to be honest, this is not that big of this is a bigger deal to me. Like, I kind of agree with this than some of the other reasons that we've talked about why people ending relationships. There were some weird ones, like the different type. They don't like the same kind of peanut butter and stuff like that. This one makes a lot more sense, which is why I think the number is higher. 46% of people in the dating world say they would end a relationship over this.
And this makes more sense.
It does. I think this is important.
Does it have to do with anything controversial, like political, religion, money?
Nope.
Is this something you find out early on? Or is it something typically maybe you don't find out till, like, you're more into the relationship?
I think you probably wouldn't find out until more into the relationship, more when you have more experiences with that person.
So you wouldn't know about it until you spent more time with them? Do they have to tell you, or do you see it?
I think maybe a little bit of both, but mostly you'd have to see it.
Is it like a personality trait?
It has very little to do with that person.
It's like a difference that you have?
No. It's not necessarily that person.
So it's not like something that they do or don't like?
Correct.
So it's like out of your control?
It's out of your control, and it's out of their control, really.
Something with their appearance?
No.
It's out of their control. And it's not their appearance?
Nope. So think about...
Something with their family.
There we go. 46% of people in the dating world say they would end a relationship if they didn't like the other person's family.
That's tough. But it's also hard because you think, like, can I justify this? Because it's not their fault. They can't control it.
I think you can justify it, though, because if you're looking for a life mate...
Right.
You're not just... It's an old saying. You're not just marrying them, you're marrying their family.
Right.
Unless, for whatever reason, they don't talk to their family anymore. So they're a package deal in most cases. Mm-hmm. So if you don't like, people complain about their mother-in-law. We're like, well, did she just start being that way the entire time? Or like after you got married? Or was she like that the entire time? Right,
but if you're like so in love with somebody and everything lines up and everything's great, I mean... It's tough. Just a tragedy.
It is.
It really is.
Yeah, it's tough. But I understand that a lot more than, he was amazing. He just liked crunchy peanut butter, and I can't have that kind of toxicity in my life. So it just makes more sense to me. All right, friends, that's your Friday show. Everyone have a fantastic weekend. We'll be back on Monday, more than likely, for more fun, I think.
Hopefully.
Cross your fingers. It will probably be here.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.